the Lincoln Park Jewish Center, and el Centro de Estudios Judíos Torah de Med, from 311 Central Park Avenue, Yonkers, New York, presents Livrei Torah with Rabbi Manny Beans.
I like that because then this sticks out,
Sure.
and it gives a handle to the next guy to be able to pull it out. You see?
I see. I got it.
Pulls
Yeah.
it by there.
Perfect.
Looks nice and sweet.
And it's your own signature move.
Of course. Okay. We're
Which
gonna
is
use
fine
this
by
one for the
me.
next.
Fine by me.
Now
I didn't come to you for no reason at all.
Alright, so this is the Hayaki,
Uh-huh.
and this goes like this. I'm gonna wrap the like this, and like this. And you know what? I do have a scissor.
You did.
Where's my
didn't you?
scissor? Did I?
I don't
There it
think
is.
that- There it is.
See? I like it.
You know what you got to put in that box? A small chopping block.
Yeah.
A working block.
That's a good idea.
Clamp on it. Pin rise though.
That's a good idea. Well, usually I use this box only for fixing Torahs. I don't usually use it for Tefillin.
Plus also you probably do these at home normally.
Oh, I normally do, yeah. I like this box. I got this in El Salvador.
Oh yeah?
Okay, you see the idea?
Yep.
Okay. This is Hayaki. Shema, you want to do it?
Sure, I'd love to. Okay, so how many just take like two?
Yeah, take 2-3 hairs.
Now wrap them around or twist them like you were doing before.
Yeah, either way. Doesn't matter.
Okay.
You got it? Which way's up?
Oh, good
No,
point.
let's open that.
Oh,
Let's
just
open
flip
that.
the edge.
Flip the edge.
Oh,
There
this
it is,
is
you
at
got
the
it.
top. I did it right.
See? Then it goes like that,
All right.
and then flip it around. Good.
Okay.
I like to cut it. There's absolutely no reason why it should be on an angle.
This looks nice.
Right?
Yeah, for the-
You wanna open that notch?
Sure, okay.
Go for
Just
it.
hand me the,
Got it?
yeah.
Take the X-Acto knife. This is not supposed to be done at home.
True
Don't
professional.
try this at home. Don't try this at home. Now push down. There you go.
Okay. Your head is here.
Then take
First.
another one.
I'm a pro.
Take another one. More hair.
And go the other way.
Yeah, just all the way around and notch it through that notch that you made. No, up and down.
This way.
Yeah. You see what I mean? Up and down this way.
I'm losing.
Hey, you're losing your
Hold
hair.
this for a second. Let me just.
You're losing your hair.
Yeah, not me. As you can tell. I didn't grab the long ones. That was the problem.
That's fine.
From the end.
Let me do it.
All right. Let me see what you're doing here. Oh, I see around it. Okay.
I put it through the notch.
Makes perfect sense.
Just kind of holds it. Okay?
Yep.
I'll clean this up a little bit.
Hair it's filling.
Yeah, isn't that interesting? Now let me tell you something about hair. So there's a lot of symbolism to the hair.
Right.
So the hair is taken from the tail of the cow,
Right.
the sin of the golden calf.
Right.
So basically hair, according to the Kabbalists, basically is a symbol of the fact that we produce things that aren't necessarily good.
Right.
So the hair is dead cells, right?
Right.
You cut it.
No, right.
So the idea here is that we're admitting to God that sometimes we make mistakes.
Sure.
But we still want to have a relationship with Him.
So we put,
So
so
we
we
have
put
it-
it here
we
to
have
hold
it.
it as close as
Isn't that
possible to
interesting?
God. Right?
So that it's both We have both elements. I always tell the boys when I do the bar mitzvah, make bar mitzvah tefillin for them, I usually go through this with them. And what I do is I tell them that one of the things that tefillin are about, boys start putting them on when they're 13 because they start developing sexual drives.
Sure.
So it's made out of an animal, right? So you start
Animalistic
getting hairy,
drive, right.
and you start getting these animal drives and everything.
Right.
But you have to recognize that you have an animal drive
Right.
and you have a spiritual drive. And you can't ignore either one.
Right.
You have to do both.
Sure.
You have to take care of both. See the idea?
Yep.
And I cleaned them up, just trimmed it down, just to make it look nicer.
Right.
And because it's going to give me room now for the more complicated V'hayem Shamoah. This one, we're going to use only one or two hair on the inside. And then we're going to put the belt on. And then we have to get really long hairs so that they stick out the front. Now the sticking out of the front, the idea behind it, it does two things. It tells you there are two orders of tefillin. One is Rashi, the other one's Rabino Tam. So the Rabbeinu Tam's tefillin and the Rashi tefillin, from the outside you can never tell the difference.
Right.
Except for the fact that since the order is different, you'd have Shema here and V'hayem Shamoah here. The hair sticks out on this side.
It would be
you
reversed.
see that? It sticks out of this position.
Right.
And the Rashi one, the hair sticks out of this position.
Right.
So if you see a pair of tefillin and you see hair coming out of here, that's Rabbeinu
Closer
Tam.
to the foreside.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly. So that's how you'll tell. Now this are. Let's put this one. Yeah.
Biggest parsha gets the biggest belt, right?
Why not? That way. Put it that way. Okay, now we're ready. You select, let's take these. Stick it through.
Right.
Nice and neat. You know why you have to make it neat?
Well, it's God's work,
It's for
man.
the bus. Good. It's for the bus. It has to look nice. You got it. See that?
Yeah.
Okay, now. Let's stick
Right,
it
so
in.
now when you put it in, they'll be here. Got it.
And then, we're going to give it
Now
a
does
cut.
it go on the top or goes above the spacer?
Yes.
Right. Okay. Oh, it's going to go through the, that keeps it right where it belongs. Aha.
See that?
Yeah, I see.
Nice and neat.
And then later
Now we're going to put these chucks in.
Right.
See if it fits. Yes. Yes, it does. See?
Now you want, do you want to
We're
fold
gonna
that
put
or
them
you
on.
going to untie them
No, we're
and
gonna
put it back?
no, we're gonna put them in.
Right.
But you get the idea?
Sure.
Looks good?
Yep.
Okay.
So that's the
Put
bottom.
this one in. Just like that. Got it. This way, we know that this fits you? Did you try it?
I haven't checked it.
Okay, we'll check it.
I'll check it later.
If not, we'll redo it. Okay?
Sure.
Now,
Give me a clip or just put it through?
now just, you'll hold that
Okay.
while I get my... Now this is the sinew.
Right.
The sinew thread, doesn't matter what
Is
you
this the
want.
same kind of thread you would use to bind it to sew a Torah with
Yes,
as well?
that's exactly right.
Now, is there a bracha that goes with this or just, I mean, I'm just curious.
Yeah, no.
You would think all this holiness would be some sort of bracha.
The bracha is to put them on.
Is to put them on, right?
It's not to, I'm serving as an instrument for you.
Right. I assume by weighing them down, it makes the thread less brittle.
It makes it less brittle and also tells me which way to pull it. Because they're matched together, they're
Oh,
woven
okay, and you
together.
can tell by which
So I can
way.
tell if I pull it the other way, it'll tear.
Right.
Okay. I don't know if that'll work. We'll see.
Start one of the other.
I don't know if this needle will be too,
Too thick? I doubt it.
yeah, it's too thick, but all right. See that? In and out. Simple.
And it's just an overhand lapped, and then you lap
And
it back
return.
the other way.
Yeah.
So it's
12 holes.
like this. So they both go.
Yeah,
After going one way, you go back
You go
the
back
other way.
the
So it's a completely closed loop over every hole.
exactly.
Got it.
The original tefillin, the way they were, had black gidon.
Okay.
I don't like that so much. People don't do that today. I'm going to leave it white. Kabbalistically, it's better.
Okay.
Some would say also halachically that it's better to have them white. So I'd rather leave it white.
And since they turned out to be kosher from the beginning,
Let's
why
make
not go?
them- let's make them the
Why
best.
not go with what came with
best.
it, right?
Yeah. I've been holding the other one
Yeah.
so it doesn't slip. Some people like to make a little knot and tuck it into the corner on the inside.
Right.
I probably would like to do that if I was a planner
Right.
instead of a doer. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Measure twice, cut once.
Yeah. But I'm more likely to get all emotional and cut twice.
It's interesting that that it gets sewn all the way around. So even though there's a bridge at the back, it's still isolated from the bridge.
Yeah. Yeah, it's designed not to get in its way.
Right.
You see the
Mhm.
spacing. I want these to be as tight as possible.
Sure.
So,
But to keep the message in or the evil out.
to keep bugs out
Yeah,
and
yeah.
other things. They last longer.
Sure.
It's like breaking a glove in. They're made out of leather, so. Now you see what I'm doing?
Mm-hmm.
Simple.
Simple chain stitch.
Thank you.
Now these should probably tighten up a little after as the thread dries out.
They tighten up a little bit, yeah.
Yeah, because you've wet.
Let me get something to pull this with.
Sure, that'll work.
It's gonna be trouble.
No, that'll work.
I know.
Just squeeze it from the front then. There you go.
No,
No,
it's
it's
slipping.
not working.
If all else fails.
Tough it out.
Exactly. You're gonna have to turn on the air conditioning. I don't care.
Yeah, we'll take a break and we'll sell the next one in a couple of minutes. Want me to pull that one?
Yeah, see if you can grab that. There you go.
Now I can say I helped.
Absolutely. Well, you've been helping through.
No, I know. I'm just joking.
Here we go. Shift it. We're gonna trim those hairs in a minute.
Yeah, I figured it.
I can't let you.
Go hairy.
That's right.
Not too hairy anyway. Complex technology.
Pull that. Very good. Yeah, I'm gonna bring him to every session. There we go. The arm one is easier
Okay.
because it's got less.
Less holes?
Less hole. No, less parchment.
Oh, well,
And less of the hair. You know, you don't have to stick out a hair. Right?
right. Oh, that's
Don't
gonna be,
break, don't break.
that's gonna be a tough one. You only got one needle. You
See if I
can't.
pull that. See if
The
you
trick is not to twist it when you pull it.
Oh, it moved. Yeah. I have to bring a muscle man with me to do this. Okay.
You can tie the two together.
Yeah, yeah.
See now, my uncle would show you how to do it with forceps. He's a surgeon.
I usually have forceps. I do have some.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay,
All right.
we're done.
All right.
Beautiful. Okay. Now we're just going to take these
Right.
and give it a little haircut.
Beautiful.
It's
Now they
filling.
are official.
Are beautiful.
Beautiful. Terrific.
Very good.
All right.
Okay.
See, I'm-
Leather, you see that? So that if I lifted these off, I'm not going to do that
No,
because I don't
no.
want to misshape them.
No.
But if I lifted these off, I could actually push it through the hole.
Right.
And then it would be this piece,
Right.
and this is one piece,
Right.
and this is another piece, and then these are other pieces.
Right.
Now there's another kind of batim that are really a little bit superior to these, which is dakot batim. Now that is made out of leather, not parchment.
Okay.
Okay, that has been put into a frame, and the entire
Forced
piece
around
to make the whole thing.
Right. Like an extrusion.
Exactly. So this and this and this are all one piece.
All one piece.
That's
Like
called-
like when they make a hat, when they stretch a hat.
Exactly like that.
Right. Okay.
And then they reinforce it. You know, they put
Sure,
in things
sure.
to reinforce it. But the dakot batim are superior halachically.
Okay.
In Europe, people designed these because they really didn't have a lot of
Equipment
to do it.
Sure.
So what they did was they said glue is going to make it all like one piece.
Right.
So halachically it's okay.
Fine.
It's kosher. I'm just
Uh-huh.
telling you, but tell you the back.
But it would be nice
There's
to have
another.
the superior.
Yeah, you should get dakot batim. And there's another one which was invented.
Now I could get the docker bottom and then
And
I
put
could
these
put these parchments in. And
Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay.
Absolutely. But you
It's
have
always nice to have extras.
exactly. So that's one. The other thing you could do, there's another kind of batim, which are called gasot batim. Now those gasot batim are made also one piece of parchment, one piece of leather,
Right.
taken from the neck of the bull.
Okay.
The neck of the bull and they make like a rawhide,
Okay.
and that rawhide is then pushed into a frame while it's wet,
Right.
and it's soft.
Sure.
And then you push it into the frame, and when it dries, it becomes hard as a rock.
Okay.
Those are called gasot, thick
Okay.
leather.
Right.
So it's all one piece. This piece, and this piece is all
Sure.
one piece, but it's much heavier.
Right.
It's like wearing a hard hat, basically. It's enormous.
Sure.
It's very, very strong.
So they're not
So-
exactly delicate.
Those are the most expensive ones, really,
Right.
today. The gasot batim, and you need equipment to make it with.
Sure.
Okay, so what we're going to do, you get the idea? So these are
Uh-huh.
really called pshutim batim, which literally means simple.
Right.
Simple
Okay.
ones. There's another kind that they're making now, which is called pshutim mehudarim, which was improved pshutot batim.
Okay.
New and improved.
New and improved. Right.
Right. So basically what they do is they take parchment,
Right.
and it's all one piece of parchment
Right.
that's been glued. It's almost like Jewish origami, you know.
Okay.
So it's been glued, and it makes it all one piece, this
Right.
piece, this
But
piece,
there's
and
a
this
seam
piece.
somewhere.
But it's still parchment.
Right.
And there's a seam.
There's got to be one
There's a
seam.
seam right
There has
there.
to be one seam.
Right, there's a seam right
On
there,
the
and then they
corner.
glue it together.
Sure.
Exactly. See the idea?
I'm surprised they haven't come out and made them out of plastic yet. You know.
No, plastic would be not
Stamp them
kosher.
out.
It has to be. I'm sure there's some wise
They
guy
might be
somewhere.
out there.
But no, it has to be made out of
Yeah,
animal hide.
Animal hide, right.
And for the reason I told you, because
Sure.
we are related to the animals in that we have drives just like they do. We have
Sure.
lives, we're mammals just like them.
Sure.
But we also have a spiritual component, which is a very important part of us. Okay, I'm going to use this curve. This just to make it. I think it'll make it easier. Let's experiment. I'm going to take a piece of my gid. If any letter is missing on the partial, it's possible.
Right.
Or extra. If they have extra things, it's also
Sure.
possible.
Just like a Torah.
Right. Okay. This one, it doesn't really matter. I don't have to put the belt in first.
No, because
Doesn't
it's a
matter.
single loop. I was paying attention.
Yeah, so, of
It's all about the mechanics of it.
course.
After the sukkah, this was easy.
That's right. Well, you have, some people build simple sukkahs, not you.
Hey, listen, we don't
Yeah.
mess around. It'd be simple, more simple if it was at home.
Right.
But, you know, for sure you go all out.
That's right. A few times I've made a mistake and started wrapping them, you know.
Oh, yeah,
it's
yeah.
crazy. As I keep going,
Overhand stitch, right?
you know what I mean. Then you have to redo it. I found tefillin. Now let me tell you, by the way, your tefillin are in very good shape. You've kept them very nicely. I've seen tefillin that have been put away that have gotten water damaged.
Right.
That I opened once a pair of tefillin and there was a spider in it.
Really?
And it's people really are just not careful with them. As long as you keep them in a dry place,
Right.
they're in good shape. And also, you don't have to check them as often if you put them on every day. So,
Right,
because
'cause
it's
you
called
know
it's
them.
routine maintenance.
Right.
I mean, you're basically taking care of them. But some people store them for a while, then you come back to them when you're ready. You know what I mean? But then use them as much as you can. So here we go. Switch back. You want to finish it?
Sure, I'd love to.
Just be careful with that.
Don't drop the stitch like knitting, right?
Right.
I'll tell you a funny story. I used to, when I went to camp as a kid, people would bring me their baseball gloves
Uh-huh.
and I would fix them.
Yeah, really?
Yeah, because I was the kid who ran the go-kart program, and so I was the mechanic on the crew.
So you always had an ability with your hands.
Oh yeah, always since I was little. 'Cause my dad is for Hanukkah. My dad used to bring home a steel ball and tell me to take it apart.
Really? Is that right?
No, that's a joke.
okay.
How do you take apart a steel ball? No, but he would bring home things like he worked in an office where we made packaging, and he'd bring home pieces, old pieces of machinery or something to.
You have a
For me-
blessing
for
on
me
your
to
hands.
play
You
with.
have a blessing.
Rabbi, the number of holes matters?
It's 12. It's 12.
12.
And that's
Represented 12 tribes.
12 tribes.
Actually, I think that curve may actually help because it's
You can-
easier to.
Not only that, but you can grab it.
Yeah.
It's not straight. The trick is not to sew your finger on.
Right. Unless you're using special stitch material. Good. You know what to do, right?
I'm going to let you knot it. But
No, you don't. It doesn't matter. It's a simple knot.
Okay. Almost got me. Nice try, buddy.
See now, you would stick it through one of those. Don't open them. There you go. And make a.
Half inch.
Nice and tight.
And then send it down. Now send it
Yeah,
down
then
through.
send down and
And then
make
tie
another,
off
yeah.
the other pieces
Right.
without damaging the knot.
This doesn't have a lot of science to it, this part, you know what I mean? Different software do it different ways. I like to do that.
You get to apprentice this way.
Yeah, that's the way I learned. I sat right next to my teacher, and when I made a mistake, he said, "Oh, you're up to that mistake. Good progress. Good
That's it.
progress."
That's the trick.
You know what I mean?
Every mistake tells you where what
Where
you're
on.
up to.
Right. What lesson you're up to.
Okay. And so now, yeah, but see, this one is loose.
Yeah, that's all right.
That's so bad. Oh, we pushed it. Huh?
Yeah, I don't like that.
You don't like that either. That's because the knot didn't come all the way down to the bottom when I
I
pulled it
think I know
down.
how to fix that. Let's see.
You pull it back up through the other way. Ah,
Let's try it. Let's try
that'll
it.
work.
I'm not sure.
I don't have to start again.
No, you don't have to start again. It doesn't matter. It's not that big a deal.
I wasn't worried.
You know?
Would have been nice to get it right on the first time. Have to be a show off.
Which first time? The first time or the second?
First time.
It's fine.
Ah, beautiful.
It's fine. Not that big a deal.
Give it a
Where's the
snip.
knife? There it is. The knife. Why do they put the
Work
K
out.
there?
Well, I'm saying I'll cut my part.
You're not supposed to be watching me do this now.
That's it. It's supposed to be all cloak and dagger, right?
That's right. Very good. Beautiful.
All right.
Now you know what to do here?
Yeah.
This has to go through here.
Yeah, I wanted to make sure it was on the right side. That's why I let you. So I know which way.
Black is up.
It's like, yeah. Right, okay. And this goes through this way.
That's right. You're in good shape, sir.
All right, terrific.
Beautiful. Now, this is a tradition. How do you do this? You have to show yad. To the
I just
top.
want to untwist it. I mean, I'm an untwisted kind of guy. Okay.
All right.
Now,
Now, the one thing here, usually, what people like to do is put this near the bayit.
okay.
The symbolism is that this is the divine prayer, that this is symbolic of God's name.
Sure.
This is symbolic of the holy temple. This is the bayit. So you put them near each other.
Right.
And then you tighten it.
Okay.
What's the matter with you? There you go. You go that way. And just grab it around. You can do both sides and make it look
Sure.
like a Sherman tank.
Not with the turrets, right? And with the tracks.
Yeah. Same thing. Put
The other one
cover
gets
on top,
folded.
and then put the knot on the bottom. Put the knot up against the bottom. No, the bottom.
Oh, this way?
Yeah. And then let these come up.
Right.
Butterfly. Sting like a bee.
Okay. Muhammad Ali. Since we adjusted these, they're slightly different now, but that's okay. This goes this way now.
Good. Takes a little while to get used to it. Tightness, not much tight. You know?
Yeah,
Now I want to show you one more thing. There's a rule
yeah,
that, it's a general rule. When you have a mitzvah that comes to your hand,
right,
you can't ignore that mitzvah to do another mitzvah. You have to do the one that comes into your ability to do.
okay,
In other words, I'm busy, I'm doing a mitzvah right now,
right.
and I'm thinking, oh, maybe I'll do that mitzvah. I'll leave
No,
that
you
one
shouldn't
behind.
do
You
that.
can't do that. You
Right.
do the one that you're doing.
Focus,
So there is a mitzvah. These are two separate mitzvot. One to
Okay.
put on your arm,
Right.
one to put on your head. The one on your head is higher mitzvah. It
okay,
has more than the one on the arm.
right,
So if you touch the shel rosh, you're supposed to put it on first, and
Right.
then put on the shel yad. But normally what we do is we put on the shel yad first, and then the shel rosh.
okay,
You got all that?
yeah.
Okay, so normally what you
In other
want
words,
to do...
this won't be higher, but if you touch this one first, you put this
if
one
you
on
touch
first.
the arm, if you touch
Otherwise, you normally put the arm on first.
Exactly. So
Right.
what we do in order to avoid that thing
Right,
is always know where they are.
right,
So
so
when you put the shel yad, you
Rosh to the
always
right.
put it on the right.
roast to the right.
Either way,
Oh, yeah,
whichever way you like it, doesn't
Oh,
matter.
okay, fine.
You can put the Rosh to the right.
the Lincoln Park Jewish Center, and el Centro de Estudios Judíos Torah de Med, from 311 Central Park Avenue, Yonkers, New York, presented Divrei Torah with Rabbi Manny. Visit our website www.toratropical.com and www.lpjc.org. Shalom.